This video shows you how to retrofit a rubber draft excluder or encompasses fitting the draft weather seals on your outdoor exterior or garage door, as well as fitting the garage seals on your interior door. Click the description link for the surround door seals. Here we've got the Exitex Rain Deflector 20 weatherboard drip door bar aluminium. The Deflector 20 weatherboard drip bar comes in the mill, gold, white, black and bronze colors, so you've got variety on them bars. The bar is supplied with weather deflecting end caps to help eliminate sharp edges and to provide a smart finish for your doors, mainly for inward opening doors. So think about the purpose your door is serving, it's all quite relative. And here we've got the Exitex low height Maclex threshold, primarily for inward opening doors. The model is MDS80 and it's got a rear thermal barrier that helps prevent condensation. It comes in varying length sizes from 1940mm to 4590mm. Other attributes are that it is thermally broken to prevent condensation. It's got a double seal for extra protection. It's effective for new or retrofit projects and can be used in conjunction with a weather deflector, as earlier highlighted, for very exposed locations, just like the location that we've got for this exterior door. And as you can see, we've got high traction here for this exterior door, depending on the purpose it's serving, whether it be inward opening or outward opening. So basically, the deflector and threshold helps protect your home from harsh weather conditions and from insects or rodents that may want to come into the property. It also helps to cut out draft, which is a current of cool air that comes into the room, and also helps with soundproofing or acoustically helping to treat your room, to make your room sound better. And we're going to replicate this process on an interior door, okay? So when getting the deflector and threshold, make sure that they are fit for purpose, work out what the measurements are and tailor your purchase bespoke to your requirements, okay? You can always cut them to size, depending on what you need them for. And so the threshold, which is what we've got here, and the deflector are draft excluders. Suffice to say, they help to keep warm air inside your home and keep the cold air out. And so basically, by helping to mitigate or reduce the amount of cold air that infiltrates or permeates your home, invariably the cascading effect is that it helps to reduce your energy costs, it improves your indoor air quality and helps to save money on bills. So they are perfect for moderate exposed locations as well as for wheelchairs. And so the benefits of installing the Draught Excluder cannot be overemphasized. And now that we're conversant with the benefits, we can proceed to install the StormGuard rubber garage door seal, which is on the inside of the packaging here. And so the next step of the process would be to open up the packaging of the garage rubber door seal. And so you can see here that it's composed of a lengthy rubber seal and aluminium piece, which we can cut to size with the aid of a scissors and hacksaw, okay? So the next step would be to take measurements of the door and select the appropriate tool to cut them door seals. And in this case, I will be selecting a hacksaw based on the number of teeth the blade has per inch. To cut wood or soft materials, I will be needing a blade with a TPI of 6 up to 20. And for harder materials like metal or the aluminium that we've got in this case, I will be needing a TPI of anywhere between 4 to 36. And as earlier highlighted, some of the reasons why I need a door seal is to mitigate condensation, draft, keep the studio warm, and to acoustically treat the studio. Try as much as possible to hermetically seal the studio, improve the sound quality, and to help trap certain frequencies. And so for the selection of the hacksaw used in cutting the aluminium, for thinner aluminium, we select a TPI of 32, and for thicker aluminium we select a TPI of anywhere between 8 or 14. So the aluminium in question is lightweight, it's a light metal, and so a higher TPI would provide a smoother cut, and so a 32 teeth per inch blade would easily do the trick. And so on the spectrum, anywhere between 24 to 32 should still give me a fine, smoother cut. As a 24 TPI hacksaw blade offers the most range, it's good for cutting aluminium, steel rods, and plates and more. This heavy-duty hacksaw frame is 300mm in length and 12 inches. It's got two sets of pins that allow the hacksaw to be used for straight and 45-degree angle cutting. And these are the replacement blades. The first blade, which is for the 12-inch frame and 24 TPI high in teeth number, is a poor quality blade which will shatter easily. And the other blade is the Baco shatterproof bimetal hacksaw blade, which has got a TPI of 24 and fits into the 12-inch frame hacksaw easily. And so just out of interest, for the bow saw, we can see that, it's got a 24-inch frame and the TPI is 4, so the teeth is quite large, and we're definitely not selecting that blade. The drill set, Stanley knife, hacksaw, measuring tape, scissors, G-clamps, and the drill are the tools that will be used in installing the door seals. The hacksaw frame is supplied with one blade, and the blade in question here isn't a shatterproof blade, so if this snaps or breaks, I will be replacing it with the Baco shatterproof blade. The next step is to measure the length around the door and also to work out the purpose that the door is serving. This has been broached extensively in the description alongside how to fit around surround door seals. So click on the link in the description for the installation of the around or surround door seals. I will be focusing primarily on the garage rubber door seals being retrofitted after the around door seals installation. Fitting the 2.5 meter storm guard rubber garage door seal is virtually the same process with the around surround door seal. When purchasing the bottom door seal, make sure that you check the width of the rubber. The gap under my door is 25mm and the width of this rubber is 48mm. To cover the 25mm gap, that was about 30mm, I could only find the rubber seals in 12mm, so 48mm was what I had to settle for. After cutting off the aluminium strip to the desired length extrapolated from the door, you cut equal lengths of the rubber so that they match precisely. Okay, one end of the aluminium rubber door seal is fine, so I will cut the other end so that it matches exactly with the aluminium strip. Then subsequently latch or place the rubber aluminium door seal at the bottom of the door and mark off hole positions that I will be drilling. To select your drill bits, pilot drill them holes and open them holes to final size, as well as how to fit your surround or around door seals. Click on the link in the description, okay, or in the first quadrant of this video. So I will just be skimming through the process of drilling here. So obviously I'm pilot drilling here before progressively opening up the hole to the final size of the screw that would be used to attach the garage rubber door seal. If your rubber strip seems to have lost its tension and is wrinkly, pinch one end of the aluminium using pliers onto the rubber strip to hold in position, then pull the strip until the wrinkles are removed. Okay, so here I'm just making sure that I've got steady connection at both ends of the aluminium, and just using industrial glue or Locktite to keep that in position, or solidify the rigid connection. Reinstall the door seal with the screws on, and then retest the installation process. As this bottom seal will be getting a lot of traction here, so you want to make sure that you've got a steady connection between the threshold, the rubber seal and the aluminium, that it's not pulling out when you consistently open and close the door. Okay, And you can also see that the cutout length of the bottom door sill stops right before the surround or around door sills. So at this stage, we're pretty much just repeating the rubber cutting process, the addition of Loctite and the clamping of the aluminium connection or strip to get a solid, secure connection using pliers. And we'll also be repeating the drilling and screwing down process, for the lengthier outdoor bottom door sill. If you make your aluminium bar too lengthy, which extends from the door to the door frame, it could be caving in the corner there, and the other end could pose a risk to children. It could latch or catch them on the leg if they're walking past. So you should make sure that it's right on the door, and you should have rubbers extending to the farthest left, and you should have a notch cut, to the farthest right. So both protruding aluminium pieces are non-conforming, and the protruding rubber at the strike plate location and the notched aluminium at the corner hinged location is conforming. And that's about it really with respect to mitigating draft and soundproofing with surround around door seals and the bottom garage rubber door seal on all four corners of your door. Also check to make sure that you haven't got gaps on the bottom draught excluder, and it is flush with the thresholds to prevent the gush of cool air from rushing into the room, to keep your room warm, to keep condensation out, to save on energy bills, to help with acoustics. And if your door is on the exterior, to prevent insects or reptiles or rodents from creeping under the door. And so you can see that I have doubled up on the bottom door seal, one on the inside and the other on the opposite side or outside, and that the rubber and the aluminium strip of the bottom door doesn't clash with the around or surround door seals. If you want to drill more screws through the aluminium strip, get a cobalt or titanium drill set that's slightly smaller than the threading profile on your screw. Center punch the desired hole and pilot and then final open size your holes with the drill bits. If you need an oval hole, use the body of the drill bit to push against the circumference of the hole. But if you need a circle hole, just drill right through. Use speeds 2 for drill bits 1 to 5.5 mil and about 5.5 mil. Use speeds 1. Just keep repeating and reproducing the process at whatever location you need the holes on the bottom door seal. And the same process can be replicated on the surround or around door seals. Just tailor, the hole you want to drill bespoke to the screw size requirements. And sometimes you may misdrill a hole, or the hole may not be right on center on the aluminium strip. You can use the girth or the diameter that runs right through the hole as the groove guide or cutting teeth path, for the saw blade. So you're using a hacksaw, you could hacksaw right through the middle of the misdrilled hole with strokes or the back and forth movement of the hacksaw. And that's about it really. If you found the information useful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, helps the channel grow, and hopefully catch up with you later. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. Goodbye.